I can see how Nick reacted to this, and so I have a good idea of how the general commentary community is going to react to this. And Nick basically saw my defense, me being like, hey, you porn with m***ers in all caps, clearly making a point, right? He saw that as me being malicious and doesn't see the original video as being malicious. So he thinks that the start of malice was my response. And so that's unfortunately, like, I don't know, maybe, you know, maybe Tom's gonna grant me the benefit of the doubt, maybe other people are.
Now this is where it starts to get dicey. Okay, so we read Adam's response. Now we're gonna start digging into the trenches here, okay? To do this, I will need to then supplement footage of the actual video again at the timestamps. So our first stamp is at the 24-second mark. We're gonna go through this and we're gonna get his side of the story here.
Hey, what's going on? Future Nick here. If you didn't see the previous VOD, for once, you kind of have to. You either have to watch my VOD or, actually probably better, watching Rob's Media's video directly talking about YMS. This video is covering YMS's responses to that. So we're watching some of the clips, I guess, as YMS is typing his reactions, but you'd probably get better mileage just watching Rob's video first and using this as like a companion piece to that. Obviously, I've also covered that video, but you're gonna want to see this video like raw.
Okay, we're gonna actually give this the effort it deserves. We're gonna go through here and we're actually gonna read this shit. All right, so one of however many. Hello, I'm leaving this comment to thoroughly and thoughtfully address each accusation. This is DarkViperAU. This is if DarkViperAU was worse than I could have possibly imagined. Any drama with DarkViperAU looks just like this. Hello, I'm leaving this comment thoroughly and thoughtfully to address every accusation you've made in your video. Like, yeah, it is. If you truly believe your video was made in good faith, I see no reason why you wouldn't pin this comment and allow others to see my response. First, I find it incredibly difficult to believe it's a coincidence that your video was published within the first 24 hours of me being out of... This is like psychotic. I wish Medicare was reacting to this. You're crazy, dude. Within the first 24 hours of me being out of town for my big, publicly well-known work commitment that I've been doing for 11 years annually, there is literally 1 in 365 chance this could have happened by accident. This is a very scummy move, to say the least. So genuinely, I would not be surprised if you wind up deleting my comment or pretending it doesn't exist. Like, we are literally just caking this shit up. Holy fuck, dude. This is especially scummy considering you're also fully aware of my wrist issues. I recently got a painful procedure for that. You knowingly created a situation where I would have to physically hurt myself to give a prop. What? Yeah, this guy's crazy, dude. Oh, you haven't even considered of my furry wrist cucking disease from jerking off so many animated horses. My limp wrist. I can't even jerk off my favorite lion anymore, and you're gonna make me type? Dude just had wrist surgery. This guy got Tommy Johnson surgery to put a fucking penis in his fucking furry animal ass. Dude, I don't know what's happening right now. You didn't even know my wrist. You didn't know I had bad wrists, you fucking ghoul. What is happening? Dude, there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening right now. This is actually fucking insane. You knowingly created a situation where I have to physically hurt myself to give a proper response, since I can't do a live stream reaction while I'm out of town. Genuinely awful behavior. Second, you're also clearly... But, dude, there's like TTS, bro. My glasses can type now. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about, bro? You can just dictate this shit into the phone. Dude, you gotta just do the Gabby hand and just start slapping your keyboard. Is it not carpal tunnel? Second, you're also clearly aware of the gigantic meme amongst my haters that I'm the easiest person in the world to get a hold of for comment. Me leaving a lengthy comment on your video is an example of this. Anyone with even the slightest amount of journalistic ethics would have made an attempt to reach out for me for comment before publishing the video. He didn't say that to me. He reached out to me. I don't know. I checked your Twitter account. You haven't made any attempts to reach out to me for comment. I have not received a single email from you either. Again, you're not entitled to that. Nobody's entitled to that. Sorry. I'm not a journalist. I don't think Rob claims to be a journalist. If you truly believe what you're saying, why not at least make the smallest effort to get more content out of it? I haven't deleted any of the posts you're referring to in the video. My entire history with every single one of these dramas is me giving lengthy, detailed responses like this one. If you truly believe my opinions are so crazy that you made an entire video about it, why not at the very least want more content out of it? It's clear that you made a conscious choice to create and publish your video, knowing full well it was lacking comments and clarifications that would have been made had you decided to reach out to me in any way whatsoever. Dude, look at his poor wrist writing all those words. Dude, I know. Holy fuck. You're a professional bully, Rob? This is like actually probably going to go down as one of the... At this point, this guy could be completely innocent, and I'm convinced he's guilty. Now, that could come... We could wheel that one back around once we start the breakdown, but, like, is there anybody here... Is this convincing anybody this guy's innocent? This is, like, psychotic. You've built up a sizable audience making this type of content. Whether you admit to it or not, you've incentivized yourself into making decisions like this. Oh, I make good drama videos. Therefore, I'm incentivized to defame you and put myself in a position to be sued? You think that's how this works, you fucking retard? You think because I make drama videos, because Rob makes drama videos, we want to defame people and get sued?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
Bro, why do you think people work to make money? So we can give it to fucking furries? So I can hand it to you on a silver platter? What kind of fucking logic is this? A video with the premise of, hey everybody, look at this likely autistic person's atypical perspectives on various moral philosophical issues. I gotta be honest with you. I hate to be this guy. I think that, like, Ethan should cover this. Ethan probably knows who this guy is. He covered the Vosh stuff. I think this would be a fucking crazy... I think Ethan would like this. I think that Ethan would like this segment. I don't want to just intrude and drop that in there, but, like, I see Chud Logic being... What happened with Chud Logic? Did he cover this today? But, like, wow. Bro is saying this to me, of all people, the Lego guy. Yeah. A video with the premise of, hey, everybody, look at this likely autistic person's atypical perspective. There's the Bo Blaxian thing right there. Likely autistic. This guy, dude, likely is doing insanely heavy lifting. This guy's too lazy to get a diagnosis like 11 years after this drama and is using the term likely autistic to describe himself. Okay. This is an alternative universe if Bo Blacks had BPD and not autism. Ethan would buy a lion costume for it like he did with Vosh. No, he would have to grow out his hair or something and dress AB up as the lion. And then just constantly keep fucking staring at him throughout the entire segment. It'll just cut to Ethan staring at the lion, dude. Like, give him a wig or something. He's just fucking staring at AB the entire segment. Okay, his atypical perspective on various moral philosophical issues wouldn't be nearly as clickable as let's paint this guy as an abuser. Okay, well, I think that the title, hey everybody, look at this likely autistic atypical's perspective on various moral philosophical issues, would not only be a bad title for SEO, it would also be wrong and also extremely pandery, and you sound like a fucking for saying that. So just to be clear, wouldn't be nearly as clickable. Let's paint this guy as an abuser. You have actively chosen to prevent yourself from engaging with me in good faith because you know you're... Wait, what the fuck do you know about good faith? Apparently the guy who's gone after you is targeting you during a work trip, knowingly making you hurt yourself to respond, okay? A fake journalist who refuses to reach out to you, right? And he's clearly consciously choosing to, like, make a video knowing it could, like, maliciously knowing it could be corrected ahead of time to get as much short-term revenue as possible and blow up his channel. I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck Adam thinks he is, but he's not who he was, like, years ago when he was bigger,
started
right?
Insulting me viciously on Twitter.
You're not worth blowing up an entire YouTube channel over. What? You think that you're so fucking big, 85,000 views on Rob's Media's fucking channel is worth blowing up their entire channel over to lie about you? For this to be true, Rob would have to be the dumbest fucking person on the planet. Oh, look at this. And, like, he'd also have to be, like, the most malicious, cartoonishly evil person on the planet, but that's how the thing is framed. Yeah, your video is sensationalized. Okay, here we go. All right. So at the 24-second mark, here.
But the more I've delved into them, the more degenerate and twisted Adam truly seems to be.
So that's a reference here. I guess it goes to the 41-second mark here.
I'm not really going to be focusing on his movie reviews themselves, as many of those controversies are small and overall insignificant. Though a few were funny to me, like when he negatively reviewed the film.
Okay, so in that timestamp we just watched, it says, timestamp this because I'm already confused by this statement, but hopefully you'll elaborate on this point further in the video. It's the intro. Of course he's going to. Dude, he's literally live commenting this in the comment section. All right, at the 41-second mark, this goes until 56 seconds, okay? At the 41-second mark, from 41 to 56.
Prince of Egypt, because he's a hardcore Reddit atheist who hates all things Christianity. There's also drama involving him and his former roommate and editor, Mark. Mark kept making excuses for why he couldn't get work done, leading to Adam having mental breakdowns over the stress of it all.
Okay, So that was what was there. And the response to this is, LMFAO, okay, I guess this video is somehow already way more bad faith than I was expecting. He negatively reviewed the Prince of Egypt because he's an atheist who hates Christianity. That's a straight up lie. You know this already, but here's the correct information for the sake of people you've misconstrued. My review of the Prince of Egypt was 40 minutes long. It was a conversation on my podcast. Within that conversation, I praised many of the film's elements. I talked about animation, layering 2D, 3D styles, a sense of spectacle, the music, the tone, the level of self-awareness, the level of seriousness in the voice acting, character dynamic, cultural impact, and more. Somehow you forgot about all that? I ultimately gave the film a 5 out of 10, which is not a negative rating. Oh my god, we're getting into the nuances of what is a good rating, okay? I also praised and recommended The Last Temptation in Christ, the exact same review for The Prince of Egypt that you supposedly saw. How is it that you can believe I dislike The Prince of Egypt for the reasons stated when there are other films I enjoy that are Christian messaging? The possibilities are here. 1, you lied knowingly and maliciously. 2, you didn't actually watch my review for The Prince of Egypt and decided to comment anyway. I'm curious which of the two it is. Please feel free to let me know. Oh, what? Tone and Charo. Yes, dude, he's vindicated. He's vindicated, dude. So that was that. That was the initial comment, right? So I guess you could take a shot at Rob for that. Maybe. Now, this next clip is a minute long. I haven't seen The Prince of Egypt. I can't parse that. So, Rob, if you want to respond to that here or in your in whatever response video you're going to do, feel free. I'm not familiar with the Prince of Egypt drama.
Around 2017, he became more open about the fact that he's a furry, or a as he likes to call it.
I can't really call this common knowledge, but anyway, I'm not joking. I'm a gigantic fur. I go to the conventions.
So's
I
Andrew.
masturbate to
brothers.
furry porn or whatever.
Okay.
And so just the fact that
Really?
I can't even get a without thinking of half animal, half human
Nicholas
cartoon,
DeOrio.
that's pretty fucking weird on its own. So
Thank you.
How hard is it to not reveal your embarrassments to the internet?
Apparently extremely difficult.
I mean,
Is this a joke or are you?
it's not a joke.
Like,
I know that my sarcastic voice sounds exactly like my serious voice. When I say I'm a I'm not even just referencing the joke of what people call furries. I mean, like, I'm super fucking gay too.
Oh,
and I know my
SWAT
voice.
cats then.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what SWAT cats was.
Please leave.
Adam claims
I think people
he's
should be
sexually
shamed again. I think people should be shamed again.
attracted to male furries, and has a history of going to furry conventions. In fact, his iconic profile picture is a cropped image of him next to whatever the fuck this is. This was taken at Rainforest.
I missed one. I don't know. Do I need to look at this 56-second mark? This is about like his roommate. I don't care about his roommate. I'm here for the furry allegations. This is going to be all night. False. The photo was taken in Edmonton at a New Year's party. The pose was made as a joke for the camera. No sexual act was being performed. I don't think that that's contradictory.
It was.
Wait, there was no. So you're saying there was no penis in the horse's mouth or the fox's mouth?
Please leave.
Adam claims he's sexually attracted to male furries, and has a history of going to furry conventions. In fact, his iconic profile picture
Oh,
is
okay.
a
So
cropped
it's not a furry convention.
image of him next to
It's just a furry showed up at a party.
whatever the fuck this is.
I just saw Keffel's
All right,
tweet.
false. The photo was taken in Edmonton at a New Year's
Nicholas
party. The
DeOrio.
post was made a joke for the camera. No sexual act was being performed. I don't think that's relevant. I talked about this publicly on several live streams and several comment sections. Why not do any basic research for your video? It's not difficult to find. Please do me a favor. Post why you believe that photo was taken at Rainforest.
This was taken at Rainforest
Okay, no, he did. Okay. Fine. Was it a Reddit comment or something that's seriously enough for you to believe something and put it in your video, or did you make it up entirely? This probably happened, hit record. So yeah, sure, fine. That's a continuity issue. Now the next thing is 241. So this is the next 30 seconds.
2012. And if that name sounds familiar, you've most likely seen this internet historian
If this whole thing is minor nitpicks of the video that don't actually engage with the arguments, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. But we're giving little victories here.
video. Rainforest became infamous after his 2015 convention due to the degeneracy of all of the attendees. Multiple sexual assaults were reported, furries were illegally hotboxing in their rooms, a flood was started due to someone loosening a toilet's bolts, and used diapers were being left on people's cars. Adam went to Rainforest 2015, claiming that none of that actually happened. He quickly corrects himself by saying
Adam Adam claimed that none of these things actually happened and quickly corrected himself. And then your supported video clip is me saying a lot of the shit that people think the convention for got banned is not what it actually got banned for. Okay, what are you framing that I said in such a dishonest way? Why is it important for you to believe that the claim was none of it actually happened when that's not my claim? Then what is your claim? You seriously don't see any difference at all between the statement none of that actually happened versus what I actually said? What a strange coincidence that your paraphrasing of my words ended up leaning toward a uncharitable Okay. Dude, this argument in particular, hi, future Nick here. This argument in particular is so funny while I'm editing this video because I obviously have seen the future. I've seen VOD number 3 that hasn't been released to the audience yet because obviously, spoiler alert, the next video is Adam responding to me. And dude, there's like 31 mentions of Nick, probably another 7 or so mentions of Nicholas. But he's talking about me constantly in this video. And he has such a big problem with, I guess, not getting the like first party sources and stuff. And this guy doesn't show a single clip of my stream.
And now fucking Nicholas DeOrio is responding on his stream, which I've archived, by the way, so don't pretend you didn't say the shit.
He goes out of his way to tell everybody, oh, I archived Nick's thing or whatever. I have a copy of this, so whatever. And he starts telling people what, like, I said, I guess, instead of just showing the clip of me saying it.
Nick, I'm sorry, but, like, you in your stream going over this shit, like, there's some like genuine comprehension.
Where are those? Oh, also, by the way, you spelled my name wrong, which is funny, Mr. Research.
Jeez. Like when I was talking about like that analogy for human and animal features and trying to relate it to someone who's not a furry or whatever, his takeaway was that's the same excuse that people would use to fuck children. And then he plays a clip of someone saying something along the lines of like, oh, it's fine to fuck a child or masturbate to a child as long as
I don't get, why can't you just play the clip of me saying this stuff? Why don't you just show your audience me saying it? If that's your standard that you seem to want here, right? You have all these clips of me. Why can't you just show them to people? I sat here, I read every single one of your responses. This is a whole video. The next video we're going to look through, there's like not a clip in this entire fucking thing. What was that? A screenshot? Yeah, that's a screenshot. These are YouTube comments, I guess. Yeah, okay, there's not even a single fucking clip in his entire response video. Mr. Research. What a strange coincidence that your paraphrasing of my words ended up leaning toward a uncharitable Okay. See, you can't use words like uncharitable if you're going to debate like Vosh. It doesn't really help your case. Like, listen to this again. What is the issue with this?
The stairwell, and used diapers were being left on people's cars. Adam went to Rainforest 2015, claiming that none of that actually happened. He quickly corrects himself by saying it did happen, but it was all done by a small minority of people.
What people don't realize is that like a lot of the shit that people think the convention got banned for is not what it actually got banned for. Half of the shit that appeared online, the like, ooh, people were leaving diapers in the stairwells and diapers on cars and shit, like that didn't actually happen, and it was just one guy.
That was not a thing.
It was literally, you can trace it back to one Twitter account.
Either way.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That is okay, I completely disagree with YMS there. That one is completely not that at all. 308, why did you confidently say that was not a thing like that? What are you basing your statement on? Why are you confident what I'm saying is untrue? Their name is Safi Kitten and many furries were aware of them Hold on, so 241, does that not contrast 303? Like, doesn't this defeat that? Is he still doing it right now? There's another video of a different correct convention where they got their friend to pose facing a wall. They would post a picture with the caption, someone is pissing in the lobby, or whatever convention it was. That particular tweet didn't gain much traction because it wasn't convincing enough. No actual piss on the floor, and it was just someone posting. However, the ones them and their friends posted about Rainforest spread like wildfire because they existed justifying drama and controversies surrounding the convention. I know this because I followed the Twitter account before it got banned. It's honestly shocking that you don't seem to know this already, but misinformation spreads so much on the internet. You don't find it a bit odd that Safi King is the primary source for several of these incredibly unique Rainforest sightings? Dude was trolling. You can see all the evidence of his friends on the joke when the same internet historian video you're using as reference. He was retweeting his own friends, making jokes about him drilling a glory hole in the bathroom. Yes, there were people who caused vandalism at the convention, but there was no glory hole. That is objective fact. You don't think a single furry at the convention would have got a picture of this? No, nobody. You don't know how to check primary sources? Do you not keep the reverse image search? Do you not believe a fucking is a tweet all you need? Keep acting incredulous on my first-hand accounts of events while you're over here using fucking tweets and meme videos, your source. Fucking embarrassing, dude. So, I don't understand 241 then, if that's your position now. And the primary sources might literally be pictures. Yeah, okay. Then did dude delete the second comment I made? I'll try to add it back later. Okay, this is 3 of 3. It was up for a while and disappeared. Yeah, why is he litigating the rainforest drama? This is like, all of these things, everything I'm seeing here is retarded. Like, he's just not getting it. Okay, finally. Yeah, I stand by everything in that clip. Adults, okay, oh, God, wait, he doesn't give a timestamp here, but this is the Lolicon one. Where's the Lolicon one? Yeah, this one.
Most furries called this out, but I guess Adam had to vague post, downplaying what happened here. Seeing that Adam is very well connected to the furry community, it can't be a coincidence that this is what he's responding to. And if you still think this is a stretch, Adam was on stream with Mark defending the idea of drawn CP, saying it should be legal.
Should animated child be legal? Yes, it should be. You shouldn't be able to go to jail for drawing something even if it's like
Again, why is he talking about animated child fucking streams on his videos that kids could be watching?
disgusting and people don't agree with it. Yeah.
All right, so in response to that one, yeah, I stand by everything I said in that clip. Adults with brains are capable of understanding what's said. I don't care if someone draws something disgusting as long as no one's being harmed. It's a normal position to have. I mean, this is like, this is just telling on yourself here. I'm sorry. You wouldn't know this because your audience is filled with minors that you have been caught linking porn to. So this is like, this is where it gets outrageous. So it's like, he's going to defend Lolicon. Then he's going to say that you're actually the real predator. Go outside or make a video canceling Japan. Okay, go after Japan. All right, cool. Then you're targeting people who actually consume lolly instead of pearl clutching. A likely autistic person thinks about autistically. Wait, that a likely autistic person thinks autistically. This is like some Chris Chan shit now. This is a horrendous answer. This is insane to say after he was gonna sue Rob. I don't even know what this is like. All right, so he got some yardage back. Like, you know what? You know when you get hit in Madden and you're like 24 in goal? He got up to like the 22 yard line on third down, and yeah, the ball's going the other way. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, interception. He got sacked and he got back like 2 yards on third down, and then he threw a pick. I stand by everything I said in the clip. Adults with brains are capable of understanding. I don't care if someone draws something disgusting as long as no one's being harmed. It's a normal position to have. You wouldn't know this because your audience is filled with minors that are even caught linking porn to. This is like actually problematic because of all the zoo stuff, not like zoo stuff, but all the furry stuff that he's into, right? Because I don't know, maybe this is what furries have to convince themselves of. Maybe there's a huge overlap here because people say that they're into fucking people who dress up like animals, not the animals themselves. But I gotta be honest with you, I think that people who seek out and jerk off to lolicon pornography are jerking off to it because they're attracted to the like silhouette of a child, right? The concept of a child, the way a child acts, walks, and talks, right? Like there are characters like Starfire that are drawn as like adults. I was talking to Smaggle about this, right? I was watching the DC AMU movies. I was checking all those out recently, and they have like Robin and Starfire, and they're fucking adults. Not even Robin. It's Nightwing. It's Nightwing and Starfire, right? Like they have adult models for these characters, right? So like I mean, this is just weird. I mean, I feel like if you're seeking out and off to lolicon pornography, there's got to be something about it that you like, right? Either go outside or making a video. Oh, go outside, loser, or go cancel Japan. Those guys are the real pedos. Yeah, I don't know. Guess none of these videos or comments that you've included in your video have been deleted by me. You know why? Because I'm not hiding anything. Doesn't matter how many mouth breathing groomers. Okay, this is like actually there's something wrong. I'm really, bro. This is like hitting all the red alerts right now. Groomers? Go cancel Japan. You're a groomer. It's not going to stop me from being an honest person. I'm not going to start censoring myself because you keep crying in between your session of sending nudes to mice. Okay. I have a feeling. All right, so I'm going to just let the cat out of the bag here. So earlier today, before knowing any of this, I got YMS to like, it's not going to happen, but I got him to soft confirm that he would come on Half-Baked to talk about this. I don't think he's going to come on. I don't think he's going to come on the show. So I'm just going to put that out there. but he's welcome to come explain this to me in person. I offered that avenue for two reasons. One, because he knows like Tom and Vega, right? And two, it would be a offline conversation that's not like stream. So if things got crazy or whatever, it would be like there wouldn't be an audience to placate to. And I thought that'd be a good idea. So the opportunity is still open. I don't know if you're going to have time in your schedule, but yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So this goes to the 6-minute mark. Let's see the 6-minute mark. You can finally do. We could be bees. 6-minute mark here. So we got 1 more minute to go.
It's like you can just not look at it if you don't like it.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm sorry. Just the contrast to the clip that I just played after reading what he just wrote.
There's no victim to drawing something.
Yeah, I love it when people think that like an actual baby's been harmed by drawing one. It's like, what? Are you like mental? I know that like people get uncomfortable, but like
Yeah, exactly. You
there's
shouldn't
no logic.
jail people for being uncomfortable.
This stream clip is currently unlisted. Huh, I wonder why.
So that's the 5-minute mark. When is the 6-minute mark?
The only time I've seen this stuff get brought up significantly is when Turkey Tom briefly mentioned it.
And why is your name Turkey Tom, but you're not a turkey? Alright, if you really want to pull this off and brand it right, you'd be a fucking turkey.
In mid-2018, Tom made a now lost video covering Digibro, where he made a slight jab against Adam. Adam clapped back with a really angry comment. I love how literally all
Remember when I said in the beginning that this is like a pattern? Like this part right here? Yeah,
it took was for me to comment, yup, on one of Digi's videos for you to basically go, hey, did you know that YMS also thinks that jerking it to a cartoon isn't the same as abusing children? He's a furf. Therefore, arguments that he supports are wrong. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. He then rants about kiwi farms, calling them out for doxing. However, I suspect that he's more mad at kiwi farms for documenting a really creepy habit of his.
Okay, so 6 minutes. More speculation. Do you even care about saying anything truthful? Why is there a place for making assumptions in these types of videos? What? Do you not treat any of these accusations seriously? I guess I shouldn't expect too much from a guy who is comfortable sending nudes to Alright, so dude, at some point, when he got to Lolicon, his brain just turned to mush. I think that's what happened. He is just like slandering the fuck out of Rob. This is actually insane. Where was the clip that Smaggle sent me before? Like, if that's what sending nudes to minors is. Rob told me he was wrong with the convention because that dog costume. Wait, I thought it was the convention because he was with the same people because of the vlog. That's what he said about the other thing. But again, that's not like super important. This is the clip Smaggle sent me.
Why can't they use professional movie budget for CG for something that's actually worthwhile?
Oh my god, I just realized why he's going to argue this because it's hentai and not real people. Is that what he's going to argue?
Pornography. Predator pornography. I should look some up right now.
I mean, this is like kryptonite to his entire argument, no? It's like literally a tutorial on, for his minor audience.
These are what I wanted.
Is he going to argue that his movies are for adults?
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, he's literally just defaming Rob, which is insane. I mean, dude, Rob's mistake was like, oh, this was actually at a different event than the event that I said it was at. His is like, you're a groomer who sends nudes to children. Also, another great job with your phrasing here. The word habit is doing a lot of lifting here because it implies that you're talking about things I've done, not a fucking opinion you don't like. Let me break it down for you. Mark. Me responding to a moral philosophical argument on the internet is an example of an opinion you don't like. Whereas providing nudes to minors, providing with links to actual porn is a thing that you did. Therefore, the word habit would more appropriately fit the... Dude, this is one of those where it's like, let me break this down for you so you can understand it better. Me responding to a moral philosophical argument on the internet is an example of an opinion that you don't like. Whereas providing minors with links to actual pornography is a thing that you did. Therefore, the word habit would be more appropriately fit describing what you've done. Hope that helps. It's like, way to go, lolly lover. You've won the argument. Like, that's what any normal person would say out of this. It's like, actually, because you mentioned pornography in your video, you're actually sending nudes to real which is harming people infinitely more than your crazy take on fucking lolicon pornography, my guy. I'm sorry, you still look bad here. This is just fucking what, did Destiny just join the call? True, literally. Holy shit, dude. There's 9 of these. All right, at 6:15, did I even use the word bigotry once? Just to be clear, I wasn't going to try to set these guys up in like a debate with each other. It was going to be 2 separate calls that I was planning on doing, but because yeah, I didn't think that was gonna happen. But yeah, Rob is literally getting slandered as like a fucking pedophile in this. He's literally getting called a groomer for this. This is insane.
On another stream, Adam would defend bestiality, the sexual attraction to animals. He flat out says that people shouldn't go to jail for having sex with animals,
Okay, did I even use the word bigotry once? Where's the word bigotry?
seeing that as some form of bigotry.
Okay, you just did a bad time.
If a state has animal abuse laws but not bestiality laws, that means that if they have sex with an animal and it is determined that they were abusing the animal sexually or not, you know, if they raped the animal, if they forced the animal and the animal didn't like it, then they would determine that the animal was being abused.
Okay, yeah, it's a double standard for animal breeders to perform sex on animals while simultaneously imprisoning others for the exact same action. If your response is, well, we need it for meat, cool, then I'm talking about animal breeders. You don't even need a license to do it, like it's socially and legally okay to do to an animal as long as you're forcefully impregnating one after. Do yourself a favor, actually look something up once in your life rather than getting your entire experience from a gossip forum and drama videos. What I'm saying is factually true, no matter how many times you cry about it. If you don't like the idea of humans being able to perform sex on animals, then make a video calling out people can legally do it for no reason other than wanting to forcefully impregnate other animals. Dude, the issue with this clip is that you think that animals like have some form of consent. That is the major issue with this clip.
Or not.
That is the thing that I immediately like clocked.
You know, if they
And no, it's not the exact same action. Breeding animals and breeding a dog are not the exact same action, you fucking freak.
the animal, if they forced the animal and the animal didn't like it.
What do you mean the animal and force the animal if they didn't like it? What do you mean by that?
Then they would determine that the animal was being abused.
All right, I want YMS to describe a way that wouldn't be raping the animal. Can you give a context where the animal wasn't raped?
The reason why bestiality laws exist is because people would be in court over having sex with an animal, and no one would be able to determine whether or not the animal was actually abused.
Yeah, again, that's insane. All right,
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
I seriously doubt the Prince of Egypt section was included for any other reason that you were butthurt by my Wait, what? So wait, when he gets called out for saying insane shit about animal consent, the answer then is the longest one that I've seen thus far, I think, and it just cuts to like, you didn't like my movie review? Yeah, expand on what the animal did like, please, YMS. If you don't like the idea of the human beings performing sex acts on animals, make a video calling out that people can literally do that. Again, we're not even talking about the meat industry here. I want you to engage with this argument. Do you seriously think I care about the issue? Are you going to put your money where your mouth is and call out the people actually doing it? Or are you going to continue making up fantasy nonsense? Again, this reads like every lolicon that you fight with on Twitter who then sends you insane fucking replies. I'm left-leaning or something? Is that why? I seriously doubt the Prince of Egypt section was included for any other reason than you were butthurt by my 5 out of 10 rating. Are you a Christian? Is that why? Maybe someone should make a video speculating about it. Dude, he literally just looped back to the beginning. And do you think that being a Christian is comparable to like talking about animal consent? Do you think that Christian and Zero are like on the same planet? Okay. Again, I've never deleted any of these posts you're showing in your video. I'm comfortable saying this because any adult who has a conversation with other adults has no problem understanding this perspective. Even if you think it's a stupid perspective to have, great. Who cares? You could make just as big a deal over my views on abortion, assisted suicide, drug legalization, or anything else I've talked about on stream. You're focusing on this one issue because you know you could trick people into thinking that I must therefore want to have sex with real animals. You know exactly what you're doing, which is why you're disgustingly dishonest in how you frame your video. You don't care about sending to children, so obviously you don't care about whether or not you're being charitable to another human being. So this is like the 5th false allegation that Rob is sending nudes to children. I mean, this is so malicious. I don't know how you read this in any way charitable to, like, you're crying about uncharitability while literally fucking defaming Rob. So this is 717.
Which I don't think you should go to jail if there's no evidence whatsoever that the animal was being abused. Because if the animal wasn't abused, then you're not really helping anybody. You're just putting somebody in jail because you don't like them, because you think that what they're doing is gross and you don't understand them.
And this isn't the only time Adam has said stuff like this. He has an extensive history of playing devil's advocate for bestiality and zoophilia. He's written multi-paragraph long essays through Reddit and YouTube comments, trying to restate his position whenever anyone makes fun of him for it.
All right, that's probably good enough, I would say, to get through this. Okay, well, yeah, it's going to hit 2 different ones. The classic show the post without showing numerous clarifications I made in the same post. Very classy, my dude. I responded to that comment. It was under the impression that they were using the word meaningful to describe the experience of the animal. If you think there's anything incorrect about what I said in the context, then you believe every single instance of animals having sex with each other is for both parties. Again, like, dude, this guy is a walking red flag. This is like an insane argument. Which is fine, I guess, if you want to believe that. Doesn't make sense to me, okay? Unfortunately, people share this post as if I was talking about informed consent, which no! Oh my god, dude. There's no version of consent that an animal can have with a human being. We literally just played a clip of you explaining it in... The reason why Rob doesn't show that clip is because the previous segment explains your thoughts on consent with animals. It thoroughly explains your position.
They would determine that sexually or not. You know, if they the animal, if they forced the animal and the animal didn't like it.
You think that the animal liking it is a possibility that would make it not... This is not uncharitable to take... Like, this is something that you said and then argued.
Then...
Where does informed consent play into this?
Would determine that the animal was being used. The reason why zoophilia and disability laws exist is because people would be in court over having sex with an animal, and no one would be able to determine whether or not the animal was actually abused.
How could you possibly read these things any other way, knowing that context? I might not get to the jar tent tonight. That might be our leading segment on Wednesday. I'm sorry, this YMS shit's like fucking sucking me in, dude. Dude, yeah, I shouldn't have said it like that, bro. You baited again? I'm sorry. Copium salad. Well, we're almost to midnight. If we get to midnight, there's not really much I can do. I didn't realize how long this was going to take. We're only on part 4. Yeah, I wrote a detailed response because people you cry over fucking words grow up and stop sending words to minors. Oh my god. He just keeps every time there's an uncomfortable part, it's like you send nudes to minors. Alright, let's go to 733.
This clearly became a soft spot to Adam, as he'd get pissed whenever anyone joked about his bestiality defenses.
Then he goes, thank you for showing that, but it doesn't mean anything when it's removed from the context of what I'm responding to. Also, every single one of these is a JPEG
Nicholas
from gossip
Goat,
forums.
thank you for the $5,
instead of doing okay, so he's mad at Kiwi Farms. How convenient that you record voiceover for all your bad faith speculative summaries. As soon as it gets to my actual defense, you tell people pause the video. Again, there are multiple defenses issued by you in this video. You just haven't gotten there yet.
No,
thank you.
I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
I'll never be able to look at Cool Cat the same.
You know that none of your viewers will pause and read text because they are minors that you have been sending nudes to. This guy's... Dude, you know what this looks like? I'm sorry, I keep making references to fucking EHD because it's all we cover on this fucking channel. This is something like Bad Empanada would write, and I wouldn't even think twice about it. Like, if Bad Empanada typed all this stuff out, it totally makes sense. He totally wants to be sued. He's begging Rob to sue him, yeah. This is some shit that, like, Bad Empanada would tweet out. Wait... 738. Let's see this.
The funniest instance, kind of like the whole leftist meme trend, where you turn everybody away because you included too many words. I won't read all of these for time's sake, but feel free to pause if you want to analyze these walls of text. This clearly became a soft spot to Adam.
So he obviously got upset at that line and said, I sense a future where you have a soft spot for people who bring up the fact that you've been caught linking porn to minors. Okay, this is just... Alright, 8 minutes now?
As he'd get pissed whenever anyone joked about his bestiality defenses. The funniest instance of this is when Adam started an argument with Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms, after he uploaded a video in late 2018 talking about the zoo sadist, Wolf.
Again, I don't know why you'd ever dive in to talk about an actual zoo sadist.
In that video, he makes the claim that Adam is part of the growing normalization for f***ing dogs.
Thank you for linking to the original.
Yeah, I don't think that people who have sex with animals are convinced they're doing it by a moral philosophical argument they saw on the internet. Okay, the argument is that people who make excuses for such behavior normalize said behavior. They create an avenue where you can discuss this in an open setting. That's what he's arguing. So 8:30.
Video in the description so people can see the full argument, but I see why you left out so much of it. I stand by my controversial opinion, so even when he gets called out for this, he stands by it. I do not believe that sex with animals should be encouraged, but I hate those who have had non-abusive sexual relations with animals. To say there is no such thing is incredibly ignorant and illogical. Objective reasoning matters more to me than emotional gut responses. I do not believe...
Like, what is a non-abusive sexual relationship with an animal? How would you even describe that? You are against imprisoning non-abusive sexual relationships with animals. So you're wholeheartedly against imprisoning no one, because that's not a concept that could actually occur. Again, if you're triggered by me saying this, you should direct your anger towards the people who are actually doing it and not me for pointing it out. Even in the worst faced interpretation of my arguments, why would it matter if I think that people are having sex with animals in ways that don't hurt them? Like, what does that matter to you? Who cares? Direct your anger towards people doing it if you care so much. Again, there are published scientific journals talking about why animal breeders do it. They're obviously thinking that they're doing their jobs in non-abusive ways, right? So if that's the case, why would the exact same action be abusive if it's done by a different person? Dude, if you're like deriving sexual pleasure from a dog, you absolutely belong in fucking prison. There's no like, wow, the moral hypocrisy here. You look like you literally sound like a sex offender. I don't really know how else to write it. You sound like a sex offender attempting to even engage with any of this argumentation at all. Am I wrong here? Dude, like, people aren't looking at you going like, oh my, what great debate skills he has. My chat's writing, I hope you don't have pets. I mean, like, seriously, delete fucking Reddit. Holy shit. Hang up the furry suit, delete Reddit, get on fucking medication and fix something.
Star Orbiter.
Do something.
Oreo.
Holy fuck.
Mr. Oreo.
Get on like 50 different, get on a cocktail of medications that makes you somewhat normal. I'm sorry if that's like so super fucking mean, but this is like beyond fucking parallel here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, you sound fucking sick. They obviously think they're doing jobs in non-abusive way. Like, anyone who is like propelling this forward is like a horrible friend to you. If one day the future science winds up proving the exact opposite of what I believe in, great. It doesn't affect me because I don't have sex with animals. Genuinely, why do you care? You people are so insane. You'll make up the worst version of what I said and think like he believes you can anally rape a dog and it's fine. Nobody said that. I literally am only talking about identical acts. Dude, the quote is non-abusive sexual relations with animals. How can it provide meaningful consent to a human? The same way that animals can provide meaningful consent to another animal by non-verbal communication. It's not about animal breeders, bro. You think that animals can consent. I get that we live in a world where most people's interactions with animals are the ones that have the balls removed. Without their consent, of course, but animals with sex drives don't give a shit about that. Yeah, I don't know. This is just like, wow, holy fuck. Okay. All right, now at 8:50.
Is the dog not consenting to some form of contact at that point? I get that we live in a world where most people's interactions with animals are only...
When I'm saying the dog is consenting to blank contact, I'm saying that it's consenting to the blank they're literally doing. If you people keep trying to come in as if I said a dog humps your leg so you can blank it. I'm using the word consent to describe something an animal is doing by itself, not extra steps taken by a human being. Again, super classy that you're reading this post in its entirety while the response I made to this post is one single image you told people to pause if they wanted to. I know they're not... Again, like, you're not even describing this well now. You're dying on Doggy Hill?
An extensive history of playing devil's advocate for CP and Con, arguing that people...
Alright, the Vosh. What's the point here? Other people have said words on the internet? Should I get a list of streamers who sent nudes to my compare? Oh my god, dude. Dude, there's something wrong. There is something seriously wrong here. That's like the 50th reference. Alright, now 10:55. Let's look at 10:55.
People shouldn't be outing. We eat meat because we need to eat to survive. We inseminate horses and cattle artificially because we are selectively breeding them for some purpose. There is no situation in which a person...
My position on this is very clear. I think people are raping pandas, and it needs to stop. Pandas want to die, and we're forcing pandas to survive by raping them, so that's my
needs
position.
to give a dog a job. And from what I've shown, that is something of biological risk for the human and psychological damage for the animal.
Pandas want to go extinct, and people rape them into survival. If you need to an animal to keep it alive, you probably shouldn't do that. Let pandas die. They eat fucking bamboo. Who cares? They exist to be animals at a zoo. Okay, now do animal breeders. My argument is to be destroyed, then it should be easy for you. No meat involved, no necessary involved, just people legitimately performing sex acts on animals. Engage with it. If you're so smart, it should be easy for you. You got this. Even if we stick to the meat industry, you believe what you're saying, you treat How To Basic the same. If you actually believe what you're saying, you would treat How To Basic the same as an animal rapist. Dude, if you have like a morsel of an argument and you cut to How To Basic is the same as an animal rapist, I'm just lost. If the rape and torture of animals is justified because we need we need to eat meat to survive, then you should extend that justification to people who purchase meat for unnecessary reasons. You're like a fucking psychopath. Dude literally wastes animal products on film. Animals literally got raped and murdered so he could make a video. No nourishment, no food, but you don't think he's an animal no, because he didn't animal. He's not an animal racist because he bought eggs at the store. You're like, this is a debate file. That's what this is. It's debate file. We've had debate rapists, debate pedophiles. You're like, debate bro culture has become this. Even though he literally paid someone to animal without eating it after. Again, he paid a supermarket to buy an egg and threw it at a wall and then wake up and stop sending new reminders. Here's another deflection because he can't make arguments. Please stop ruining my favorite YouTubers. Please. I'm so sorry. All right, this is 11:27 now.
By the way, this conversation at that. And this isn't stuff of the past. As recent as a year ago, Adam is still on Reddit arguing about
because people like you keep digging up shit from 10 years ago that I have to defend myself over. Now 38.
From time to time. Most notably in spring of 2020, when he defended iDubbbz and Anissa during the OnlyFans controversy.
Wow, so relevant. Yes, it's like obvious that as he responds to this, he hasn't seen the video. He's just angrily typing while he's watching it, which is even funnier. All right, 43-second. Wow, I went to school with someone, and that totally means I endorse everything they ever said. Holy fuck, these people were all in the same graduating class. What the fuck was in the water? Wow, isn't it ironic he responds to people on the same platform he's being criticized on? Checkmate atheists. Oh, so he's talking about Reddit. I only ever talk about it when people lie about me or when it's convenient to leave out. Yeah, because you're a lol cow. Got it. All right. 12:15. This is like super cow behavior. You could just not engage with this stuff and it would probably make your life better.
Saying it was always about moral consistency.
I mean, I think that you should because you sound like a psychopath, but
and not be even though he can literally use anything else to demonstrate this.
And then people come out against some guy that like sucked an animal pee or something. It's like, okay, you're being a fucking hypocrite. That's stupid. Like,
yeah, I could have talked about any other subject where I feel people are morally inconsistent, which is why I have done that a million times, a million different subjects. I've ranted about abortion. I've ranted about selective sorority. The response to the times where I clarify my positions have been overwhelmingly okay. You keep bringing up this one subject. Well, why did you say this stuff? I don't know. You're lazy. Stop sending this to mine. So he has no response to this. At the 14-minute mark,
the entire.
At the 14-minute mark. We are seeing...
flat out saying that it's bad to judge someone based on their philosophies and their beliefs, as if people can't have harmful stances on certain topics. This take sounds like something coming from a legit neo-Nazi. Oh, you think it's bad I want to exterminate all
Okay, so this is like a position he doesn't agree with. Okay, never mind.
Jews? Well, you're the bigoted one, because you're judging me badly as a person for saying that. And when that logic doesn't persuade people, Adam brings up other people who have argued for being.
Do you not see how your analogy doesn't fit here? Your example is that neo-Nazis who want to exterminate all Jews. There's nothing about my position that describes what I want. I don't want to have animals. I don't want other people to have animals. We're talking about what if we're talking about what I want, it would be for no human being to have animals. That's not the world we live in, though. And people like yourself aren't interested in ever making that world a reality. Dude, this is just literally like the pedophile debate again. This is just like, okay. A more appropriate analogy would be someone saying that a woman should have to sign up for a draft if men have to, similar to my argument. It doesn't mean that the person in the examples wants a woman to sign up a draft. It doesn't mean they should want anyone to sign up for the draft. They just don't like a double standard of different. Okay, but if you're looking at a guy getting arrested for fucking or raping or an animal and you're like, wow, look at the hypocrisy, that tells me more about you than I guess you're initially even understanding. Again, like if you're like potentially autistic after 10 years of debating animal fucking sex and shit, maybe you should get on medication. Maybe if this whole like allegedly autistic crap you're fucking pandering right now on this fucking I'm actually like offended that you're using autism that way. As someone who says retarded on my stream, it's actually like fucking crazy that you're like pandering to potentially autistic as a defense mechanism for like weird zoo arguments. Like that's actually significantly more offensive than anything that I've said or any slur that I've uttered toward disabled people in my entire fucking career. Like, bro, literally get on medication and stop talking about this, you sick fuck. Holy shit, dude. This is like actually rage-inducing. This is actually fucking rage-inducing. Like you're using autism as a shield that you don't even have. You're like applying this to other people. How many autistic people are in my fucking chat right now? Do you fucking do this all day? Is this your fucking thing? Or do you claim this person as your own? I mean, I have more respect for Bo Blacks than I do this. This is insane.
I recommend watching Nicholas
Adam
DeOrio's
claims that people are
latest
only going
video.
after him because he's a furry, not because he's consistently defending this stuff over the years, and gets mad when you connect the dots.
There are people that like...
I don't understand.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffel's appreciated the
You're literally proving my point when you say
As a
connecting the dots.
diagnosed autist, we do not claim him.
Thank you. It removes the context. I only ever talk about this when someone like you brings it back up into the drama cycle. Because you can't control yourself. That's not like a normal answer for people. If I don't want people to talk about something anymore, I just avoid talking about it and I move on to the next thing, right? If you sit here and fight every single person about it, you're creating infinite... And your argument's bad. That's another thing. You shouldn't talk about this because A, you're fucking stupid, and B, your argument sucks. That's like a huge fucking factor in this, right? That's a second reason as to why you should stop talking about this. But let's say it was good. You just want it to go away. Why would you fucking fight every single person on Reddit who talks about it? Like dude, you've been here too long. This is not a mistake somebody who's been here 11 years or some shit can make, right? This is some shit that a YouTuber who's doing this for 6 months can do, right? This is not a fucking OG YouTuber's fucking thing that you can't make this mistake. All right, where are we here? This is 15. Connect the dots. What you're expecting me is ridiculous. Who cares? I mean, this is not like a high bar to clear. Again, you're proving my point. You're living in an alternate reality. You're subjected to the abuser. You are objectively the abuser. Now he's a groomer. He sends fucking porn to... And he's an abuser now. This is like just straight up defamation. Holy shit, dude. Tipster, I finally found someone who died harder on Lolly Hill. I almost feel bad for making the comparison. That's how bad this is. This is objectively 50. This is like magnitudes of order worse than anything Tipster's ever said.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's
How often would it be if
latest video.
iDubbbz jumped in to defend this?
How amazing would it
that
be if
insane.
iDubbbz dropped in to defend this guy, too? Generational wealth.
Oh my god, dude. All right, 1645. All right, 1645.
Time, pretending like it's a philosophical debate in order to evade criticism. What really ties us all together is Adam's bizarre sexual obsession with Scar, the main villain of Disney's The Lion King. He loves Scar so much that he's commissioned someone to draw us for so...
What exactly in your mind makes you think this is not a philosophical debate? It would be the points that he brought up for the duration of the video. What standards have you set you could possibly meet the criteria?
Nick just started
Oh my
insulting me
God.
viciously on Twitter.
It's like
Hey, Nick,
2015
no more Major
debate
Connor
tactics.
Eats pants updates at the moment.
Oh, thank God.
It
Pull
seems
me out.
Connor lasted talked about you in August, though has been actively defended Anissa and iDubbbz the last couple days.
Oh, he
Claiming
got the
Ethan
memo.
is delusional. Good night.
Based about the animal. Okay. 1713. What is this? 1713. So this is the coconut screenshot that we showed earlier. Obviously, I've additionally blurred it. Again, future Nick here, I cannot help but stress this whole argument that he's using against Rob. Like, this coconut account is not even privated. Twitter is not like an 18 plus site. All these links that Rob is... He's accusing Rob simply of just showing an account and that being enough to send nudes to blank, right? Like that hits his standard there. Whilst this furry, degenerate pornography account, you could just... Anyone could access this with an account on Twitter right now. And this age verification stuff he's talking about could literally just be defeated by someone lying about their age like everybody does all over the fucking internet. This whole thing is clearly just a smoke signal or whatever. This is a smoke bomb to try to like make you not talk about the actual issue. All it is like, hey, I'm throwing a bunch of shit in the fire right now and I'm accusing Rob of all this stuff. So that takes over the discussion, not your actual behavior that people are criticizing you for, YMS. I'm honestly in shock because I thought there was a possibility that you didn't know you were linking my fucking porn account. But here it is as plain as day. You are literally describing pornography to your audience full of... Again, dude, I can't stress this enough. I'm just going to play the audio because I want to put it back on the screen because you've already seen it. But I literally can't stress enough how hypocrisy fucking ridden this is.
Why can't they use a professional movie budget for CG for something that's actually worthwhile? Like pornography. Predator pornography. I should look some up right now. None of these are what I wanted. See, they put aliens in there too. There's one with a demigorgon.
The top one they have like weirdly human eyes.
Bro, this clip is so fucking funny because it's obvious that YMS is upset that he's being made fun of. Like, he's the butt of the joke. So he then deflects that by accusing Rob of being a groomer, right? But then this guy gets caught with his pants down. Not like that, but YMS gets caught basically making a tutorial to show his audience how to find porn of cartoon characters, which is like infinitely funnier because, like, I mean, we could talk about these fandoms every single day. Samus Aran is one of the characters that are showcased in the YMS video. And it's like, yeah, I mean, Nintendo's target audience is children, dude. Like, I understand, like, the 40-year-old, 35-year-old. I'm sure this guy loves Sonic based off of everything I've learned so far. But, you know, they actually make those games for fucking 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. That's, like, who they're shooting for when they're producing this stuff. A bunch of grown adult people or whatever get, like, super fixated on it. And that's obviously something that does happen, but like, it's so funny that you're accusing Rob of being a groomer, and then like I look at your shit and it's like, oh, here's the tutorial on how to find porn of your favorite cartoon character.
Make love, not war. Why can't they use a professional movie budget for CG for something that's actually worthwhile, like pornography, predator pornography? I should look some up right now. None of these are what I wanted. See, they put aliens in there too. There's one with a demigorgon. The top one they have like weirdly human eyes. It's not bad animation though. Holy shit, one of these is 25 minutes long?
It's probably a distress signal coming from this ship. What the hell?
Yes, I'm searching up predator porn. That's how invested I am in the film.
He's doing ultimate porn review on his fucking YouTube channel, and he's calling you a fucking groomer. I mean, like, that's a self-inflicted wound. His fucking thing, his glider pierced him. That's insane.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying! What is wrong with you? Like, every single thing in this fucking video, your newest video is a lie!
I'm honestly in shock because I almost thought there was a possibility you didn't know you were linking to my fucking porn account, but here it is plain as day. You are literally describing pornography. Oh, sorry. Yeah, describing pornography to your audience full of telling them where to find it with an image on the screen showing my adult-only page. I'm seriously invested in canceling you at this point because that's not cool in any way. Unlike you, I don't direct minors to pornography with detailed descriptions of the images and instructions on how to access it.
What the hell?
None of these are what I wanted. See,
I just want you to acknowledge what you did and apologize! And you just keep doing this! Why?
Yes, I'm searching up predator porn. That's how invested I am in the film.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Again, this is just a crazy back-to-back clip, but whatever. Again, you're literally too stupid to understand what I said, intentionally misrepresenting me. What the fuck? Okay, so now we're in the lion part. Oh, God, I don't want to hear it. I literally don't want to hear this video anymore. Rob, I think this video is pretty strong. I never want to watch it again. Where'd it go? Oh, here.
He found on his not safe for work Twitter accounts. This man does it to lion porn. It's all even weirder when you remember how many times Adam has stated that he's only attracted to furries.
If I was a straight up say it, I'm borderline stupid with what I'll admit to. But here's a little something to help you out just in case you're confused. Would bang, would not bang, would bang, would not bang.
How does this excuse work when you're attracted to a cartoon lion?
So it says, of course I'm attracted because he's a blank, but I'm also attracted because his personality. Those are both true, and the reason why I'm attracted to Antha blank 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 is because those things exist with both human and animal features. It's not that hard to understand. Imagine a woman that you're attracted to. Okay, now imagine the same woman, but in an alternate universe where she has the brain of a constantly shits herself and doesn't understand basic hygiene and can't speak your language. So iDubbbz?
What is Bunty King to you?
A person?
Who is Bunty
Every
King?
hypothetical's a
Yeah.
Also, this is iDubbbz. Are you still attracted to her? If so, gross. If not, congratulations. You figured out how everyone's brain works. Attraction is a combination of features together, not a single feature dependent. Okay, so this is just literally a defense that pedophiles could use to like justify raping children. This is literally this is literally a defense that pedophiles can use to rape children. Because the argument is, you figured out how everyone's brains work. Attraction is a combination of features together, not a single feature independent from anything. Again, it's not difficult to understand at all. So a pedophile could say that they're like, dude, hold on. I think I can probably pull up Ryan Beard saying exactly what I'm thinking.
Seriously, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they are young, you have absolutely no business whatsoever commenting on the issue, period. It makes you look uneducated. I really want to see someone use this argument in court. Your Honor, I didn't have sex with that baby because I'm attracted to babies. I had sex with that baby because it just so happened to be a really hot baby. Most babies are not hot, but every once in a while, one of those extra special babies rolls their stroller on past my goon cave, and I just can't help myself. But this does not make me a pedophile. You look really uneducated right now.
Again, not difficult to understand at all. But that was what I was thinking, personally. I'm glad that Ryan Beard said all those words out loud, so I didn't have to. But that was where, again, it's that argument. It's just like the Destiny argument repackaged. So the Destiny response is fine, you know? He took one for the rest of humanity. That was exactly what I was hoping it was going to be. I totally forgot what the clip was, but bang, dude. Bang. Again, you were unbelievably stupid. You think I ever said the lion's features aren't oh my god, I don't want to hear these words. Of course I'm just not on an animal. You're attracted to the lion features, just not on an animal. Oh, that's amazing. Oh god, I can't. All right. All right, 1821.
This thing called the Harkness test to justify it. And if you don't know what that is, it's a test ranking how permissible sexual relations are with non-human entities. For context of this next clip, Anissa brought up the female white cat from the Aristocats.
It's like a Marilyn Monroe type voice.
Right. Oh, is it like a small kitten?
No,
it's like a mom cat. I'm just trying to figure out why it's wrong.
Well, because
it passes the Harkness test.
Yeah,
yeah.
What's a Harkness test?
You've never heard of the Harkness test? Okay, so people, now that we're in the age of, like, everybody's just attracted to weird shit that's, like, just all, like, fictional, like, dragons, right? So now there's the debate over, like, okay, is it ethical to, like, be attracted to this thing? So, like...
Even at some points, you can almost hear, like, the fake voice. When he said dragons, it sounded like pirate software, but it's not, obviously.
Some random person, like, I don't know if their name was Hark or something, but furries and, like, most other online communities that, like, talk about fictional porn or whatever have generally accepted this, where the Harkness test is like, okay, is this creature of adult age for that creature in the fiction? And... are they able to communicate with you on a level that is, you know, like equivalent to like English or whatever?
I recommend
again,
watching
base who
Nicholas
cares is the
DeOrio's
comment. I
latest
think that makes you subhuman. Personally, I think that the weird lolicon stuff, defense and stuff like that, makes you completely subhuman.
The guy dresses up as a horse in a skirt, the degenerate OnlyFans model with tattoos on every inch of her body, and her cuck husband. His hardcore fans are well aware of his attraction to Scar.
Like, this is weird. We are all just animals intelligent enough to understand informed consent. We've already agreed on this as society. Are you stupid? This is a rhetorical question. Okay. I don't know. Some people should just stop trying to be Destiny. Everyone who tries to be Destiny ends up suffering a fate slightly less bad than Destiny, but also not continuing to be, like, relevant. Once it catches up with them. All right. 1955. We're finally getting to the part of the video I was confused about. Okay.
Model of tattoos on every inch of her body, and her cuck husband. His hardcore fans are well aware of his attraction to Scar, and have turned it into a community meme.
Scar is a controversy. Okay. It's a meme because I'm self-aware and understand how ridiculous it is. Okay. Your video speculation. All right, 2049. Let's see.
But I can't exactly fault someone for thinking that. All this stuff put together paints a really disturbing picture, but not enough people seem to really know about this stuff, so I wanted to talk about it. I used to be a fan of this guy, and I still think it's fine to watch his videos, but
not enough people know that you're directing to pornographic images on the internet through your YouTube channel with a child audience where you describe pornographic images in detail and show images on the screen telling them how to access it. Since you're inevitably going to whine about whether or not that's a statement being made accurately, here's the most charitable version for you, a courtesy that you do not afford to others. You are at the absolute least... Oh, sorry. You can't be charitable after saying it 17 times. What? I'm sorry. I'm so charitable. After lying 17 times, I will then be truthful? What is This is so malicious. This is significantly more malicious than anything in the video. You are absolutely, okay. An image showing what the page looks like, instructions on how to find it and access it. You upload the video, specifically left a box unchecked that would have ensured people of 18 plus to be able to access it by signing into their accounts on YouTube. You are absolutely, very least intentionally made your video accessible to children, where you describe feral lion furry pornography and real life sex acts with myself and a black person not sure what their race was relevant to you, and how to find and access it with images on your screen, and you choose to make it accessible to children, which your audience is over representation of because you make YouTube drama videos. Again, this is a crazy assumption. You know this, you can't be stupid.
And what is this shade to like drama YouTubers? I get this is like the going defense mechanism when you say crazy shit online, but bro, where do you come off? Drama YouTubers have a child audience. Bro, you dress up like a teddy bear and get f***ed in the ass. You're a 34-year-old toddler. This is objectively immoral, irresponsible groomer behavior. He's trying to groom in here. Oh, I'm gonna be super charitable here. You're a groomer. It's way more degen than anything you've accused me of by far. Okay, lolicon man, cool. And you deserve every bit of what you said you dish out to anyone else for the same action. Seriously, sorry, allegedly autistic lolicon man. Imagine if I did the same thing, you'd absolutely be calling attention to it and sending your 13-year-old audience to harass me over it. I don't think anyone should send a 13-year-old audience anywhere near you. As long as, actually, you're probably okay if they're not drawn. You would absolutely not care about excuses. You'd absolutely, in your own words, connect the dots. All right, that's it. Thanks for wasting 5 hours of my... No, this is all you, bro. Crazy Quinn. It took you 5 hours to type this? Holy fuck, dude. My arm hurts. It wasn't worth exposing you as a degen. TLDR, I said words he doesn't like, so he tried to paint me as an abuser with no evidence whatsoever, while simultaneously directing his audience to porn and giving him instructions on how to access it. Jesus Christ, log off forever. I can't see how you should be able to show your face online after this. And that has a grand total at the time of 47 upvotes. Where are we here? Yeah, this is actually just like cope, slander, and malice, dude. Holy fuck. And your lolicon argument is fucking shady as shit, dude. So I have no fucking idea who the fuck you'd even call out. Bro, did you seriously delete the comment I made? Reread my comment, read yours again. Holy fuck, dude. Let me see.
What's the name of the guy?
Thank you.
Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Dude, I know whatever response this guy makes is going to be absolutely insane. And then he posted in here again. I showed it before, but I'll show it one more time. He posts in here again, seething that the YouTube put the video back up after he performatively called for it to be mass flagged on Twitter, in my opinion. Video backup, still out of town, comments not pinned, harder to respond to, absolute ghoulish behavior. I can't believe he didn't heart pin or comment on the thing where you accused him of being a child groomer. Like, or like we're sending porn to minors no less than
Nicholas
20
the
times.
Goat, thank you for the $5, my man.
You're lucky that he didn't just ban you from the... I would have just banned you from the channel. I'm probably going to just ban you from the channel, to be honest. Holy shit, dude. What a fucking scumbag, bro. Yeah, video backup, still out of town. Comment not pinned, harder to responded to. Absolute ghoul behavior. It's a public fucking Twitter account. Maybe you shouldn't post your links to your porn on a 30+ site, you fucking freak. YMS, Rob's hit piece was taken down. Curious if Adam's angle about it being unage restricted showing Adam's NSFW account worked, or Rob just took it down himself. Edit looks like the video by Rob's friend that is essentially the same footage has been taken down. I don't know how he made a video on it, but all these types of YouTubers from that manosphere are just drama farming. I used to watch content like that unironically when I was 14 or so. These people never grow out of it. I call it unemployment maxing. Rob's media isn't from or part of the manosphere. He just rips off Turkey Tom. But sloppish. Hitler dead? Ever since Lindsay Ellis got... anytime you read a sentence that starts with, ever since Lindsay Ellis got canceled, you're about to literally consume one of the most ridiculous opinions you've ever seen. Left-leaning creators in the manosphere to dogpile and drive them off the internet. Bro, it's just like, just stop debating on fucking bestiality, you fucking sick fuck. It's like super easy. Sadly, I think this is the beginning for Adam. They might have taken the L on this one, but they'll come back. Holy shit. Rob said, I'm Tom, but more autistic. That's funny. Call me pessimistic, I can totally see it getting re-uploaded with screenshots removed or censored. Context, a video exposing Adam that was just dredging up 10-plus-year-old drama with the added bonus of clowning on him for being a furry reeks of attention farming for right-wing audiences. So wait, everyone who posted this got it taken down, or one video was taken down by uploader and then it was age restricted after being brought back up for Rob? I think that's how it went. Oh no, how is Adam gonna pull clips to make fun of in his videos? Wait, his video hit piece on Rob. Rob's media channel has a couple of videos I like, but a lot of them are pretty bad, even when going after people who suck. Like, for example, his video on Jake Doolittle, and Jake Doolittle is a piece of shit, but he does stuff like saying videos where he got mad people didn't support his charity with blackmail. Wait, Jake Doolittle? Jake Doolittle did threaten people about his thing. What do you mean it's objectively not? Why is Anissa a bad person? CC2 and 3. Why does she share blame? Who did they screw over? She was an organizer for the fight, you fucking retard. Numerous outbursts online, which are pretty hard to listen to. Creator Clash 2 is a disaster. She's married and does OnlyFans. I'm not watching drama slop from a guy obviously milking. Okay, this guy's just subhuman, not worth engaging with. That really got me. How he included links to porn in a video that's available to minors. Basically, he's knowingly... Okay, he's just repeating the talking points. Well, are we shocked when Adam lies and calls for fans to mass report the video for CP? Now it's back. I don't think CP was what was mass reported, but what the fuck, dude? Wow. Close group tab. Look forward to getting flagged, I guess, because I did what he asked. It's a good thing I did. I didn't realize he was, like, actually this fucking crazy. Holy fuck, bro. So, are you guys familiar? I knew this video was coming out for a while. I knew this was coming out at VidCon, and I didn't want to say anything, obviously, because obviously, like, he's worked on this. The Gamer from Mars has worked on this.
I really like you.
But he put up a whole video going over... It's 2 hours long. 100 white YouTubers who have said racial slurs. I think this is one of the greatest, and you can actually timestamp it.
The guy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. You can click on this video, and there are so many interesting ones. Jalen is in here. I think we're gonna watch this video. Video Game Donkey is in here. Jeffree Star, Boogie, Frank Hassel, and Wings of Redemption. Null, the owner of Kiwi Farm. Mr. Mediker has said the N. Mr. Girl is in this list. You know, some fucking guy helped write this video, because I didn't know Gamer from Mars even knew who these people all were. But I will say,
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
I'm gonna watch like 10 minutes of this with you. Thank you.
The locale of our age.
Actually, not 10.
The commentary community eats.
You need to
100
watch
years of content. 100 years of feasting. My favorite
Thank you.
creators never starve.
You need to watch like 5 minutes of this video right now. At number 12, it goes on one of the greatest runs of all time.
Turkey Tom is a creator known for his documentaries about internet-related subjects.
So he's going to talk about D'Angelo Wallace here. I wish he had the context of the Thanksgiving
Nicholas
phone
the Goat,
call.
Thank you for the $5,
The
my man.
Thanksgiving phone call made the whole thing funnier.
He first created his channel in 2015, originally to review cartoons and make animated
Where is my timestamp? Augie called me and he's like, what the fuck? Why are you not on the list? I go, because I haven't been caught saying it yet.
Storytime videos. He gradually veered into commentary, finding success criticizing other YouTubers. This quickly got him in hot water for making...
He's like, how did you do that in 7 years? I go, well, it's actually really interesting. My strategy for not blurting out the N-word on stream is not saying it.
Controversial jokes, with the backlash only making him ramp up the edginess. This culminated in November 2019.
So yeah, I remember when this shit went down, D'Angelo Wallace was like, hey, Turkey Tom, why did you make a whole video talking about how Jews are trying to steal your money through Raid Shadow Legends? And here's a bunch of Discord screenshots where you said N-words eating chicken. And Tom called me up frantically. He's like, fucking, what was he, like 16 when he wrote that? He's like 18 or 17 at the time. And he's like, I'm not going to be able to go to college. I don't know what to do. I was stoned in the middle of a Best Buy. It was Black Friday, because this happened on Thanksgiving, right? So I was sitting there stoned out of my mind. I think I was so fucked up at that. I bought another Xbox. I didn't need an Xbox. I bought it because it was military green. It was like an Xbox One S. It wasn't even really an upgrade. It just had a Blu-ray player. There was no reason to buy it. So I was stoned in the middle of a Best Buy, and Tom is frantically blowing up my phone. There was like a fucking group chat created for like PR. We're talking about, he's like, I'm not gonna be able to It was the funniest. It was in hindsight. It was the funny. And you had like Wavy Web Surf in the chat talking with a southern drawl. He's like, "Listen, Tom, I've been through my fair share of drama in my time, and it's gonna get better. You've just gotta wait this one through." Dude, it was so fucking funny, bro. So fucking funny.
These messages were from a year.
Nick's flexing on us. Bro, I did this off of a grocery store salary. All right, that was a stupid purchase. That was not a smart decision. Actually, no, I don't know. When was this? How many years? Okay, no. If it was YouTube, it wasn't a grocery store salary. I still wasn't making enough money to justify that purchase. All right, this was like 2019.
Prior, when Tom was 16. The expose had a lasting impact on his reputation, following him on social media for...
Except for the fact that then Tom kind of got through it and stuff. Then Tom's, okay, this is why we're here. Okay, oh boy, me Mudahar here.
5 million subscribers.
The coffee's kicking in, if you couldn't tell. But what did Tom end up doing? Getting 1 million subs.
Strategy.
Yeah, what did Tom end up doing after all that? He got 1.5 million subs.
5 million subscribers. Boblack's real name Josh is a Canadian YouTuber best known for Twitterverses, a series where he documents the public's reaction to online drama through tweets. Josh's first break came in 2018.
Dude, this is an insane... Alright, keep that in mind. Keep this little through line in mind.
When one of his videos was struck down by Twitch streamer Pokimane. The false takedown led commentary channels to rally behind him. Soon after, he became a co-host on RFC After Hours, a popular live stream drama show created by Augie RFC.
Is this not fucking bizarre? Is this not a bizarre thing to see?
By 2023, Boblack's channels,
fucking GamerFromMars explaining Augie's stream,
surpassed 300,000 subscribers. Although this...
Now, he's not misgendering Boblack's. Boblack's is he, she, they. I think he, she, they.
Wasn't without its challenges. Most pertinent.
Why was this made? I think he says it in the beginning. It's like, because he can. It's funny.
Our list today would be a song he created in 2016 that didn't resurface until half a decade later. Simply titled The Struggle, it was...
Dude, it's the clips that makes this so funny. It's the clips that he chose to add.
Didn't resurface until half a decade later. Simply titled The Struggle, it was made in the midst of the Black Lives Matter protests that summer. Revealing an edgier phase of his life, Josh can be heard openly rapping the N-word multiple times while making clicking noises.
Sometimes we say cause it's cool, but if anyone else is...
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
It has to be the worst entry on the list. It has to be.
They are racist.
Relatively harmless, but a sharp contrast to the kind of wholesome persona he had cultivated up until that point. When the clip resurfaced in 2020, he quickly began
You're right, I'm striking
down re-uploads. This was controversial given his previous stances on fair use.
No.
When called out on this by commentator Nicholas DeOrio during a Super
I am in the video!
Mario Sunshine Let's Play, Boblack's had a mental breakdown live.
No, that's not an apology. There's no apology. That's explanation. Let me speak.
He eventually lightened up once it was clear the song...
By the way, wait, listen to that again. Okay, so they heard the ER. There were YouTube videos speculating if he called me the hard R in the clip. That's why it's even funnier. I had to come out after this whole thing and defend Boblack's that he didn't call me a racial slur.
That's explanation. Let me speak.
He eventually lightened up once it was clear the song wouldn't ruin his career. His audience was
Dude, the cut from here is so funny. It's so funny.
Accustomed to edgy humor, turning the rap into an inside joke on RFC. Ultimately, Boblack's embraced the song. And
he was saying fucker, but the word fuck got cut out, and they thought, oh, ER? There's only one word that could be. Grape juice drinker.
People likely viewed it as too absurd to seriously be offended by.
I'd like to hear from Bobby if he...
We are black.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. What was he, like 12 when he made that one?
I think it was last year. Yeah.
Oh, dude, AB. AB is a monster.
What was he, like 12 when he made that one?
I think it was last year. Yeah, I think it was like a year or two ago.
Iman Anis is a Moroccan-Canadian live...
Dude, come on. Cutting from Boblax to Pokimane is insane.
Streamer best known by her online moniker, Pokimane. When she took a DNA test, it was discovered she was also 10.5% European, which justifies me putting her in this video. She created her Twitch account in 2013,
dude, he's got the stats.
Originally to play League of Legends. Her commentary...
Did you just dox her ethnicity?
Choice of games in relation to other streamers broadened over time. She's become one of the main faces of Twitch, even being given her own ad spot that played in movie theaters. It led her to earn a reputation of being inoffensive and less risky compared to her other peers. With that said, Twitch's darling hadn't always been a brand-friendly face. In the early days, she was prone to the sort of trash talk you would expect from the average heated gamer. This takes...
Bro, she literally... How old is she in this clip,
takes us to a clip from 2014.
That doesn't even look like Pokimane anymore.
You know, when
that looks like a completely different person.
She was 17. You see, despite only having streamed for a year, her account had grown at a rapid pace. This led other streamers, most of whom were men, to grow jealous. Many undermined her success publicly, arguing she had it easier simply because...
Wait, dude, what is the fucking framing for this fucking video? Dude, I thought we were gonna get to the clip because we had like young Pokimane pop up on the screen and like, oh, okay, here it comes. Is it like, is the argument that like people were coming for her and the only thing she could do to stop them was call them a racial slur?
Pace. This led other streamers, most of whom were men, to grow jealous. Many undermined her success.
They undermined her success, so she was only left with one option.
Publicly, arguing she had it easier simply because she was a female. Frustrated, Pokey would end up responding...
Wait, is that really the narrative?
...to the sentiment on stream, having less than kind words to say about her detractors.
You ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as...
This is like the greatest this is the greatest video ever made. Unironically. It just doesn't get any better than this. So before we move on to the next segment, there's one more thing I need to show you. The end of the Pokimane video.
A producer tag used by underground artists. Augustus Marks, or...
Bro, that's his whole fucking name! Why?
Augie, for short, is an American streamer best...
Dude, you know Augie, because I knew this video was coming out. You know Augie thought this was some retaliation thing.
Known for creating RFC After Hours, a live show where he and a rotating panel of guests discuss online drama, like the aforementioned Boblax. The series started in 2019 with humble beginnings, streaming to less than 100 people. But he quickly gained traction as larger YouTubers began calling in. After Hours satisfied an otherwise unfulfilled niche in commentary. It allowed creators to share their opinion in a more off-the-cuff manner.
Dude, it was like an N-word breeding ground. I saw there was one part of this segment where he just started... Oh no, dude!
When he returned in 2024,
bro!
He began openly using the N-word on Twitter, securing his rightful spot on this list.
Dude, that's a crazy fucking screenshot. Holy shit, dude. So yeah, I wanted to show you that. Also, there's one brief Gamer from Mars reference that was able to finally be created. So before we start the actual show, this is the last thing I want to show you.
I thought it would be fitting to begin this video with one of the most notable examples of them all. Felix Kjellberg is a Swedish YouTuber far better known online as PewDiePie.
The Third Reich was a period of rule in Germany from 1933 to 1945, a time controlled entirely by the Nazi Party. The leader of said organization was a man named Adolf Hitler.
Bro, we're finally here. We're finally here. You guys get the reference by now, right? We've watched this video like 15 times on stream. He said Felix Kjellberg the same way that Quentin Reviews did in his parody video. So I'm like, somebody's got to do it. I had to do it. Somebody had to do it.
One of the most notable examples of them all. Felix Kjellberg is a Swedish YouTuber far better known online.
Every Gamer from Mars video.
The Third Reich was a period of rule in Germany in the 1940s.
I love when he ties it back in at the end.
Interestingly, one country that Nazi Germany did not attempt to invade was Sweden due to the lack of resources and a long list of alternative concerns. Little did those involved in World War II know that Sweden had a lot more value than they would likely foresee, as they would in due time be starting an invasion of their own.
When people thought of YouTube, they thought of PewDiePie, and the company seemed to embrace their de facto face.
All right, I'm sorry. Let's get started with the stream. I apologize. I just thought that was fucking hilarious. That's just for me, not for you. I have to show you the intro because he's so mad. I actually talked about this last stream, I think, briefly. I don't think I got too far into it, but there's a post of me describing why I'm probably on Dark Viper's side of this drama. And it's not because I agree with anything Dark Viper has said. I don't, just to be clear. But I think the quartering kind of lied about him. Like, he explicitly said that, like, that Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to die. And he jumped into a very hot button issue. But then everyone just kind of didn't engage with his arguments and said that he said something that he didn't say. So he makes this video in response because after that, he was fighting for like 24 consecutive hours, trying to argue desperately to people who hate him that, like, he never actually said the thing that he was in trouble for, which is kind of true.
I've had enough. Jeremy, aka The Quartering, recently lied to his audience. That is nothing new, he lies to them all the time. What was different in this case is this false information was sufficient for some of his viewers to conclude.
I've never seen this guy this mad before. After I show you like 2 minutes of this video, I'll show you my response to it that I think explains everything, but here.
That I am deserving of death and that I should be killed.
Okay, all right, hold on. All right, so this is actually kind of happening. He's not really making this part up.
Information was sufficient for some of his viewers to conclude that I am deserving of death and that I should be killed. Many of his audience then went.
Normally, I would say this is like a super big overreach for Dark Viper, but the quartering is on Twitter. I can't really pull it up. He's gone completely mad. He's like posting, trying to find people, anybody who's made like a joke at Charlie Kirk's expense. Like, he is so far out of the realm of, like, justice and now just kind of being a fucking bully, I guess, and, like, swinging his crazy, sad audience on people. He's, like, he's out of his mind right now.
To say that they would murder me on his behalf before going on to DM me to...
Yeah, like, look at this, bro. Here's a photo of his house. You can call in the game using the phone number. I love video games. It's just like Dark Viper's docs.
To show that they know where I live and have images of my house before sharing that shit around to other people that apparently want to see me dead. The quartering himself went on to say that not only does he desire that I suffer, but everyone else around me should suffer as well because of his false conclusions.
He's unhappy. He will always be unhappy. And I wish that for him and everyone around him.
I mean, the quartering is actually completely out of control. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this because the guy who I'm defending is gonna strike my video if I watch too much of it, and he absolutely hates me and I absolutely hate him. But like, I do think he's completely out of control.
Highlighting perhaps why his viewers want to see my house burnt down with everyone I love inside. So on September 10th, I was having tech issues, sitting looking at my PC, watching a loading bar go up, unable to do anything of interest. I therefore went on Twitter and scrolled a bit and said, oh, there's been some political turmoil in America. A political commentator that I don't particularly like in America has died. Not something I'm getting comments on.
Okay, this part's bullshit. He saw Charlie Kirk died and he just started popping off and firing off tweets about it. So I'll explain this. Like, the stuff that he does say is clarified directly in the threads of the tweets. And he has said that he does not believe that Charlie Kirk deserved to die no more than like 6 times across multiple tweets, some of which predated the quartering's message, right?
I don't really make those political statements on Twitter anymore. But I saw a commentary on his stances and I was like, oh, that's actually morbidly ironic. Given that they were posted with hundreds of thousands of likes, I was like, oh, well, I guess, you know, the conversation about this is...
And this argument's really shitty. It's like, hey, there are people talking about this with hundreds of thousands of likes, so nobody's gonna come after me. Is not a good argument for a public figure.
And over anyway, if something's getting hundreds of thousands of likes, it must have been talked about for quite a while at this point. I mean, whatever my contribution, who would focus on what I would say amongst these posts that have like 500,000 likes? Surely not some clout goblin, war-desiring person named Jeremy. I am, however, a person who likes dark jokes. If you've ever seen one of my out-of-context videos, I make a lot of dark jokes.
And I think he shows all of his dark jokes, and they're all like about pedophilia.
Righteous, the good thing, man. Fuck those people who died. I'm trying really hard not to kill myself here. But Your Honor, she was almost 16.
Yep, that's one of them. There it is. Yeah, my iconic edgy jokes.
Sir, she's 13 and a half. That's almost 16.
Jeez. Yeah, for some reason, he just pulls this up.
Government, always keeping the little guy down. preventing him from doing what he wants, like beating up an old woman. The sound that people make when they're crushed under cars is so satisfying, especially in this game. I'm not saying...
Okay, so yeah, we don't need to see any more of this. I explained this to everybody. I urge you to look into the tweets yourself. He has deleted a lot of them, so I was going to pull up the actual thread. I don't really think I can do that anymore. So this is what I took away from it, and if anyone else has an issue with that, that's totally fine. Oh no, this is it. This is it. Okay, actually, the guy literally sent it. All right, this was his initial... oh no, this is not it. This is the second one. This is the second tweet. I don't know where the original one was, but he also specified it. Every positive post about Charlie Kirk. So this was the second thread that he made, right? Every positive post about Charlie Kirk is either ignorant of who he was or supportive of who he was, and it's scary. I can tell which, among endless things, he was a proponent in the Great Replacement Theory, a racist idea that immigrants had a plot to replace white people, so that's just talking about Charlie Kirk and making claims about Charlie Kirk. Matt, I can't believe you, a guy in love with a Latina, didn't like one of the hate-filled bigots of all time. Are you crazy? He built his career on inspiring hate. I didn't say he deserved to die. I say it's morbidly ironic that he reaped what he sowed. So this is the second thing that he posted. He also specified before this what he meant by didn't deserve to die, which is gone. I put out a thread here and I tried to explain this as well as I possibly can. What he's trying to articulate here is that he believes the type of content that Charlie Kirk made radicalized people and was a breeding ground for hatred. It's perfectly fine if you disagree with that. However, it is important to understand that is his argument, and that's how he's chosen to present it. He is saying that it is morbidly ironic, and then I added the definition because clearly people don't know what morbidly ironic is. A situation where irony is present, dark, grim, disturbing, involving a tragedy, painful contrast between what is expected and what actually happens, often with a sense of futility and a cruel fate. Charlie Kirk is a casualty of radicalization and hatred. If you're getting hung up on reaped what he sowed, there are about 6 other tweets that specify he doesn't think that Charlie Kirk deserved to die over this. He's making a cringe moralization argument. Example. Here's a full example from start to finish of what I deem a comparable argument. I think that Dark Viper sucks. I think that Dark Viper is making an argument in this manner at this time was extremely self-destructive and moronic. I believe that Dark Viper is currently dealing with the consequences of his mistake. One could even potentially say that he has reaped what he sowed for jumping in to spit on this guy's grave, while a lot of people on that specific site are seeing red, specific site being X. Despite me thinking that Dark Viper is responsible for much of the ridicule and hate he's received because of his words and actions, I do not think that he deserves to be spammed with his docs, lied about by a large creator, Jeremy, and spammed with death threats. I think that stuff is pretty bad, and I don't condone that behavior. No one deserves to be spammed with death threats. And that's how I perceived Dark Viper's argument, as somebody who hates him and has absolutely no reason to put my neck out for somebody like Dark Viper. I think that's what happened here. That's probably the nicest way that I could say it. The reason why I initially deleted the tweet arguing about it was because I felt that like Dark Viper was arguing for 24 hours, and by the end of it, he's probably going to just say something horrible that makes me look like an idiot for defending him.
These are the most Reddit jokes I've ever heard. Make it stop.
Yeah, I was sitting here and I'm like, listen, I gotta be honest with you. He's probably gonna go out and just tweet that he deserved to die tomorrow because he's mad, and then I'm gonna look like an asshole. So if he does that, I could just delete this segment and I never defended him. But in the meantime, I don't think he's necessarily wrong, if that makes sense. I just thought it was a huge waste of time. Plus, everybody in the Quarterings comments are just like crazy, and not everybody, but they're like people crazy, fucking doxing people, harassing people, and it's like, I don't care about Dark Viper that much, so yeah, whatever. Let's do that on a different site right now where people aren't emotional. And the reality of the situation is if Dark Viper heard me defend him, he would probably change his strategy. Rather than accept that I was defending him in any circumstance ever, he would probably go out of his way to try to prove me wrong. So I mean, it's like it's a lose-lose. Catch 33 over here, bro. Catch 22.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying! What is wrong with you? Like every single thing in this fucking video, your newest video is a lie!